one of the party's job to correct the other one. Like, we're not children, right? I mean, if you just love people and live and just allow them to be who they are and grow, I'm gonna be honest, I really believe a lot of things will correct itself. Now, if you don't like a certain thing, you can express that, but I don't think it's your job or your place as a mate to correct each other. That's you're not their daddy, they not your mama, you know, and neither one of y'all are a teacher, so you're partners, you know. You share your opinions, you share your likes, your dislikes, but that correcting, you know, it just, I don't know, it's just, I think it's a bit much, and that's where it gets a little carried away when people think that they have that authority over each other to correct one another and to let them know when they're wrong, and I'm going to tell him and put him in his place, and you know, she needs to know. I'm going to put, if you just love them, why don't you love them in their place? You know, why don't you respect them in their place? Like, try that, because I'm be honest, 9 times out of 10, you go ahead and think you're going to put a woman in her place. Y'all already know. Women, you try to tell that man what he's supposed to be doing, what he ain't supposed to be doing. See how that works for you. See how well your date night go. You know, so we have to learn. Because you can look back and see it didn't work well for mom and them neither. You know, and the only reasons they stayed together was because that was just what they did back then. But nowadays, you look up and you will be lonely. You will be alone. Because these new age folks ain't going to take all that. You know, because the first thing, you are not my daddy. You are not my mom. I am not no child. I'm a grown man. You know. So to avoid all that, just love. You know, just, like I said, say, you know, I don't prefer, or I don't like but you know, we're grown, and you know, I can't tell you what to do, but you know, I would prefer You know, there's a way to say it, or there's a way to do it without, you know, you wrong. You know, I just need to tell you, I'm correct you. No. That resistance, I promise you, is going, you're going to see a brick wall. Unless you got somebody who really don't know who they are yet, or, you know, it's not going, 9 times out of 10, it don't end too well. You're going to get some head popping, some neck rolling, some eyes, some lip smacking or something. Because, you know, in love, you just got to learn to love. What they say, you're going to love the hell out of them. You know. Let's see, where are we? It says, I can also remember a time when one of his social media pages always had certain types of pictures up of certain types of women. I was a little confused, so I asked, and he did not really see anything wrong with it. I said, okay. And I began to put up a certain type of pic of men on my page and asked him how it felt. I will say I have never had that problem ever again. When you are with the right one, they'll get it. They will understand because, for one, they love you and you have their heart. The last thing they want to do is offend or hurt you, and vice versa. When you want a relationship to work, you have to be willing to compromise on some things. You cannot always expect things to go the way you want them to go. You have to be fair and to share. It is not always about you, ladies, and stop taking advantage of his niceness, his goodness, and his love, and sometimes ask him what he wants or what he desires. If he likes to watch a certain television show and you may not like it, sometimes give him the remote and just bear it. I mean, he watches all your shows with you. If he likes a certain sport, sit there and read a book or type while he watched, and do not give him any lip. Men have other desires in life besides you. Contrary to your belief, ask him what he likes to do. What is his favorite sport or pastime? And when he tells you, make plans to allow him to enjoy it. Take him to a game. Watch a game. Buy him a shirt of his favorite team. Give him time to enjoy what he likes also. A relationship is a two-way street, not a one-way. Everything does not always have to be your way. Now, ladies, this is something real big with us. Okay? And I could stop and put a pin there because I saw a video earlier today and it just took me back to past times with my brothers when they were growing up, dating and stuff, and they would be at home or they'd be at their lady house or something. And which I know men, they full grown men still do it to this day. Because I was on the phone with my brother the other day, FaceTiming, and I looked at him and he was talking to me, but his head was straight and he was looking up. I said, "You playing a video game?" He's like, "Yeah." In his 40s, y'all. Still got the remote. The game controller in his hands. But I remember, you have a lot of girls and women. "He always on that game. Take that game. You're always on that game." And I saw a video today and the girl was trying to distract her boyfriend. He had got a new video game and he was live, had his mic on, and grown man. And he going in on the game and she standing there with a towel. "You don't want to play with me? I want to do a movie. I want to have time with you. I want quality time." He like, "Not now, I'm playing the game." And she just going in. And she was doing it because she was videoing it. But that's real life. I've seen it and heard it many times. And my whole thing is, ladies, what are you doing with him when he not on the game? Like, you wait until he get on the game to want to get sensual or want to get me time. And, it's like you're jealous. Get a man some space. Sometimes I just can't with women. The man, he go shopping with you. He go to your mama house with you. He go to the beautician with you. He go to the beauty shop with you. Give that man some me time. Give him a space in that house. Give him a part of the garage or the attic or something where he can get away from you and all your estrogen. It's okay. You that insecure? If you are, you need to contact me. We need to talk. I will help you through. Because it just shouldn't be like that. And we as women, we must learn that. And I think it's just kind of normal with me because I have two brothers. So I'm used to it, And my thing is, and I used to tell some women, where is he? What do you mean? When he's playing a game, where is he? Do you not know where he is? He's in the living room. Okay. Like, they can't please you. Some women fussing because they man ain't never at home. They don't know where he at. They done text him, called him, paged him, sent doves out, pigeons. He won't call back. But you know where yours is. He right there in the living room. Why are you tripping? Personally, I could now I don't have that issue with this. My husband, he's not really. He's a very unique man. He has a sports team, but he doesn't really watch sports a lot. And then games. I don't think I've ever seen my husband play a video game. So, and then we watching movies and stuff. I'm like, "Babe, what do you want to watch?" He's like, "Just go and watch what you want to watch." And he'll go He'll lay across my lap, across the couch, get his cell phone, and if it's something he want to watch, he'll watch it on his cell. I'm like, babe, we could watch it. He'll be like, no, don't worry about it. And he'll just lay there on my lap. He's like, you watch TV. And let me watch whatever I want to watch. Now, we do have certain shows that we love to watch together, and I like those times because we're both, watching it and interacting. But I'm a girl flick chick. I love girl flicks. So, of course he doesn't, which he shouldn't. He's a man. I don't expect him to. And I think that's the problem, ladies. We trying to make them literally our best friend. That's why you should have you a female bestie to go see all your girl movies with, because you shouldn't put that man if he don't want to see it, he don't want to see it. And it should be okay. He's a man. So, I see a lot, and, and it's funny sometimes. And I'm just grateful that, with that situation, I was able to learn through my brothers. And because of my brothers, like I said, this is my second marriage. My son's father, all day long, all like Call of Duty, 1, 2, 3, 10, 15, 20, like all you saw, Call of Duty. I mean, them things was just life. Like it looked like I was watching a real war movie. Like that's the type of games, they are. And I'm like, my goodness. But I get my computer or I get whatever I wanted to do, and I sit right there on the other side and we chilling. And maybe it's because I'm the type of person, I like my space. I like my time, So when they have their time, that gives me time to have my time. So I think maybe some of us as women, we just need to get a life. And that's why you should not, you become one by joining as Mr. and Miss, but you are still individuals, okay? And I think if you go into a marriage with a life, then you can keep functioning and not have any friction. It's when somebody don't have a life outside of the other person. When you go into a marriage or relationship trying to make the other person your life, that's when issues start, especially when the other person is the opposite of that. Now, if you got two needy people who need one another, like they literally sucking air from each other, then go for what you know. But 9 times out of 10, you always got one that's a little bit more outgoing than the other one. So the one that's not as outgoing needs to have a hobby or something, or get some friends or do something, so that when they are having their guy time or their girl, time, or their me time, or whatever it is they do outside of you, you won't feel like, you're being left out. And I think that's the problem. It's not so much as you don't ever have time for me. I don't feel that with my husband, because I have plenty to occupy my time. Whether he's here or he's not here, I got stuff to do. And I've always been like that, and maybe it comes from being the only girl. So my brother had his toys, I had my toys. I was in my space, he was in his space. We came together, we laughed, we watched movies, we played board games. Sometimes I would even get down there and play cards with him or whatever, or he would grab the Ken doll and bang it around. But we had our own, space. But I think sometimes people are not, a lot of it stems from childhood and how you were raised. But I was taught, my mom told me, you can play by yourself. If you don't have nobody to play with, play by yourself. But see, a lot of people wasn't taught that. They always have to have somebody. You got people right now, grown folk, cannot stay in the house by themselves. They either always on their cell phone talking to somebody, they gotta always be texting somebody, they gotta always be in some type of social gathering, a social setting, they always at happy hour, that they can't be by themselves. And that is a problem. You have to know, Like I said, you want other people to get to know